This is the week 2 waiver wire video. My original plan was to do 3 videos every Friday, but now I'm going to start doing this waiver wire video on Tuesday starting next week to give everyone a better chance to pick up these guys, since now that it's Friday, a lot of these guys might have already been gone. So this was wrote earlier this week. From now on, I'll do the video earlier this week. But yeah, here we go. First guy here, my notes, quarterback. This is a guy, if you have an open spot on your team and you're still kind of questioning your quarterback, maybe it's like Mike Vick, you think he might get hurt, or Cam Newton, and he had that rough week 1, maybe he'll do that again. Blane Gabbert, a guy I would grab and just store on your bench if you have a roster spot. He played well week 1. It's still early in the season. You never know if he's going to be able to continue that on throughout the season, but he could be a guy that could step up for you, and if you have an extra spot, you might as well just fill it with maybe a backup quarterback for your guy if you need one. Last week we said to pick up Alfred Morris. If you haven't yet, still you should do it now. He's probably gone. Like I said, my fault for doing this video later. Alfred Morris, now the starter in Washington. You never know what Washington's going to do still, but have him on your team. Start him this week. Had 2 touchdowns last week. Next, Dexter Mccluster. He was on the field for 85% of the Chiefs' plays. They slot him in at the 3 receiver, sometimes a 2 receiver, sometimes a running back. He also can get a return touchdown maybe for you. So if Mccluster's available, pick him up. Week by week type sit or start guy. See how he does, but if he's available, pick him up. Next, I got Rodgers. As Michael Turner starts to get older and the Falcons seem to be moving in another direction, more pass heavy, Rodgers might be a good running back to add, screen game, and stuff like that. So he's the backup right now in Atlanta. He's probably going to stay the backup throughout the season, but he's getting more and more touches, and obviously with the passing game, the way the NFL has switched to more of a passing teams, he's going to be out there more and more to get those screens and dump-offs. Last week we also talked about Dwyer. He might still be available in your league if he's going to be splitting carries again this week, maybe even getting the majority over Isaac Redman out in Pittsburgh. So if Dwyer's available, you should grab him. Moving on to the wide receivers. Stephan HIll, rookie wide receiver for the Jets. If Sanchez stays hot, look for him to keep continuing to pass Stephan HIll. Santonio Holmes still gets the best corner on everyone's team to guard him, at least for now, giving Stephan HIll a more favorable matchup. So if he's available, pick him up. We got Randall Cobb. Once again, this is too late. He already played yesterday. Only scored 5 fantasy points, so it wasn't the best, wasn't the worst. Greg Jennings is out right now. Finley's been getting banged up. They're trying to get Cobb the ball as much as possible. If he's still available, I'd pick him up. Week by week type guy. He's going to continue to grow in the Packers offense, so it's not a bad guy to have on your team. Last wide receiver is Brandon Lafell. Had a good first game. Steve Smith banged up again this week. He is the 2 out in Carolina. I personally think Cam Newton's going to have a better week 2 and continuing to have a good season. So a number 2 receiver in Carolina will be necessary. Brandon Lafell, pick him up if he's available. 2 tight ends, Mercedes Lewis, kind of going off the Blane Gabbert thing from earlier. Good first game. He looks at his tight end. He's a good tight end to have, Mercedes Lewis. And then the last guy is Scott Chandler, not owned in hardly any league. He's the Bills tight end. Their Bills number 2 receiver just got his something in his knee tore. So the new number 2 is going to be the tight end, Scott Chandler. Yeah, good pickup for a tight end. He could end up being better than your backup tight end you have now, or even the tight end you have in there. So Scott Chandler, tight end. I think that's all I have. Those are all the positions. Once again, I'm going to start doing this video earlier in the week, realizing that now a lot of these guys are already picked up, and I should do it when I write it. That's all we got for the waiver wire week 2, and I'll be back with some more videos. See you guys.